Hey everybody. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna be showing you how I get my patterns to fit in my bust, my waist, and in my hips. Many of you know that I am between three sizes. I'm typically like an 18 in the bust, a 20 in the waist, and a 22 or 24 in the hips. So if you have those same problems, we can tackle that in this video right here. First thing that I like to do, we're going to be using McCall's pattern 7118. The first thing that I like to do, as you can see, I do have the larger size of the pattern. I have the 12 through the 20. This is the highest this pattern goes up. This is an easy pattern as well. I have not sewn it yet, but since I'm going to cut it out now, I may go ahead and finish it and make it. However, the season's changing, so I may or may not, I don't know. Maybe I can go ahead and make it and then make a cardigan to wear over it. We'll see. But I always flip on the back of my pattern and I go straight to the measurements to see which one I'm going to be cutting. So for my bust, I am falling at an 18. For my waist, I am at a 20. And for my hip, I'm not on the pattern at all. I'm not a 44. I'm about a 49 and a half right now is where I am. So my hip is not even on the pattern. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to the finished measurement. So at my bust line, I was at 18 up here, but once this dress is finished, the 40 and a half will have me at a 16. And the hip line on this pattern could go up to a 51, which is great because I'm already a 49 and a half. The extra inches will be good for movement in this dress since it's kind of loose and flowy. I don't want it too snug. So I will go ahead and cut the 20 out for my hips, and I will cut the 16 out for my waist. I'm sorry, for my bust, but I also know that my waist is between those numbers, so I would have to start the 16 and move out to the 18 and then move out to the 20. So let's go ahead and get to that now. What you want to do first is get your cutting instructions, and as you can see, the front is the same for all of them. So let's find our front piece. So our front piece is piece number 4. So I'm going to go ahead and get 4. I'm going to pull that out now. So then go ahead and grab your pattern pieces. Let's open it out until we find 4. So once we have the front piece, the first thing I like to do is I like to just cut it all out. I'm going to cut all the sizes out of it first just to separate it. I don't do any of the merging of the lines, grading while it's still connected. So go ahead and grab your scissors and cut the whole pattern out. However, you do want to be careful when you have lines like this. When your lines are like this and they're on the outside, but I want to cut the whole thing, I just go around it because I haven't decided just quite which line I want to make. So just go all the way around that. And then I just continue cutting. Okay, so first things first, I already said that I want to cut the 16 out for my bust. So this is the line for this is 16. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my bust, where my bust is. This is my bust here. This is where the apex is. So this is generally where your bust will be. This is your bust dart. So I'm gonna mark the 8 to 16 line to let me know that that is where I'm gonna be cutting that for 16. And then I'm gonna find my waist measurement. Now for my waist measurement, I know that I am between, I'm gonna merge that over to the 18. So just where it's at your waist measurement, I just start putting a line there to the next line over, which is the 18. This is the 16, this is the 18 line. So this right here is where my hips are on my pattern. So I'm gonna come over here to my hip line, and I'm gonna know that I'm gonna take it all the way over to this line here, starting here. So to get these lines to connect, first thing I like to do is I like to line them all up. And I'm just going to connect the lines. And I may even start this down here so that it connects there. And so that's what I would do. I would just bring it from, the bottom here, merge it up, and then continue to cut the 16 for all of my upper bust. I will be cutting it on. So y'all, I totally marked the wrong lines. I marked the 14 for the bust, the 16 for the waist. So now I'm just fixing my lines, marking them the same exact way. So forget that line. So I'm gonna follow this line. This is the 16. You see, it's always good to double check, because if I didn't, I would have been cutting the 14 out and it wouldn't have fit. So always double check, and then right here, just follow the 16 the rest of the way to cut your pattern out. And so that is all. This is the part of my pattern that I've cut off because it was too big in my bust. And let's just straighten it out so you can see where that excess came from. So now you can see how I cut out the 16 for my bust. And then I started to move the line over, going down, all the way down. Until I got it here on my hip, and then I could just continue on with the pattern as is. So that is how I do all of my corrections to get my patterns to fit me. I really do hope this video helped. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave comments if you have any questions. Make sure that you subscribe for more. And again, I was using McCall's pattern 7118. Yeah, see you all in the next video. Blessings, everyone. Bye.